Hey everyone, welcome back to another karting video. Today we're at TeamSport for a GP1 event. So with GP1 you will get a 10-minute practice, a 10-minute qualifying, followed by two 20-minute races. Now I will only show the video of the races, however this clip which we're about to show is a false start, but everybody likes a bit of a crash, so I may as well keep it in. Keep an eye on the kart on the outside as he has nowhere to go, resulting in him just driving into the wall. Right, so now to the actual race. Now, as always in qualifying, I'm pretty bad at TeamSport, even though I've only been a couple of times, but getting used to the track and driving inside, I'm not the best, I will admit. So I am down in 9th place for the start. However, something I am really proud of is how good of a start I do get. Keep an eye on how small this gap is to the left of the kart in front, as I want to be in that gap. So I am really glad that I caught number 42 sleeping on the lights and I managed to make that position, and also I managed to get the position on the outside as well, so at least we can get down to 7th place. So it seems to be a bit of a theme that I do bad in qualifying here, but at least I am able to make some spaces up, which we will just pretend it's for content. Now with these races being 20 minutes long, I will of course skip a little bit of it out, but I will leave the first couple of laps in so we all spread out. Now something which I didn't expect is how much the weather actually played a toll on the actual track. With it being English winter time, it is extremely cold, so it was very difficult to get heat into the tyres as well as the track surface, so it was extremely slippy. Another factor is they actually split this track up into two tracks throughout the day, so there's different track layout, and they had 0 karts out on the other track layout, which means that certain bits of the track was extremely slippy until we put some rubber and some heat into that part of the track. So that was the first lap. We can see the kart in front actually looking behind him, so he's a bit nervous if I am going to make a move. However, everybody is in a nice little chain, so first place isn't too far away. He is also starting to defend a little, so I just got to make sure that I capitalise and make a move at the right time so I don't lose any time to the karts in front. With me being right on his bumper here, I thought I might have been able to make a move going into the corner where you go in the pits. However, a little bit of tap wide there gives us enough space side by side to make the move done going into the hairpin. And because I'm nice, quick thumbs up to say thank you. Now nothing actually does happen for quite some time, so I will skip a little bit ahead in the actual race, which takes us all the way to lap 6, where we're a bit more closer to the kart in front. We are also under yellows at this moment in time, which is a great opportunity to bunch the grid back up again and try and catch the car out in front sleeping to make an opportunistic move. Also in this grid there were some brand new people to the members events, so there may be some back markers that may or may not help us get an overtake. So we have managed to make a space on 38 there, which actually puts us into 5th place. So that was 4th position, and we're catching up to the car in front. But as you can see, the top 4 in front are still pretty close together. So what I will do is I will skip a little bit ahead, which will take us to lap 16. But if you do see me overtake someone and the position counter does not change, it is because they are a back marker, which when I was editing got very confusing when I'm thinking my numbers didn't count correctly. But if we do look ahead, we can see a back marker, maybe making it a little bit difficult for the person to get past, and also it is going to play into our favour, which happens more than enough in this race, and also it did upset someone as well. Now number 40 did make the move there, however it put them so far offline it made sure I was able to get the switch back on them both, so then making 2 positions, but really it was only 1 4th position. So now we are up in the 4th place, chasing down 3rd. And I will just skip ahead to lap 18. Now we can actually see the person who was in 1st place in 3rd now, so hopefully we can make an overtake on him, so at least we get into a top 3. Now the driver in car 20, his name is Josh, and being honest I get a move on him here, which I think he just fell asleep, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as he does get stuck behind a back marker here, so I thought I may as well go for it. Now there was a little bit of contact, which I could actually hear him in the kart, and he was maybe not too pleased when he came off the grid. Maybe not so much from what I did, but he did lose a couple of places straight after this. And that was race 1. Nothing else happens for the last couple of laps, so I may as well have skipped ahead to the next race. So we are starting in 3rd place. There is no reverse grids on this time, and I may as well say now I didn't get as good as a start as I did last time. But at least we are further up the grid, so hopefully we can materialise this to a podium finish. And while waiting for this to start, thank you very much for all the support I've been getting so far. Subscribers are growing daily, which I really appreciate, and thanks very much for your likes and comments. They do mean a lot, and I do like reading everything. So start wasn't too bad in this one, didn't lose any places, which is always good, and right on the bumper of 51. Now for the race, you do go straight from the pits straight to your grid position, and there's not much time to warm your tyres up. And re-watching the footage, I feel like I actually struggle more on cold tyres on indoor racing, so it might be something for me to work on, but that's the whole point of me really starting to record and re-watch back. So it's a great learn to watch. I definitely recommend for everyone else to do the same. You might not want to upload to YouTube, but definitely re-watching yourself does help to see where you go wrong and also where you can better yourself in the future. I also like to hear from you guys as well. All the comments which I get, there is something to say where I should try something different on some corners. And next year, I'll certainly be looking to record a lot more tracks that I've never been to, especially some indoor ones. So it'll be great to hear your thoughts, or even invite me to a track close to you, so at least we can race together as well, which will always be good. Next year, as much as I would love to do the 24 hours again and try to make a video for that, two things. I definitely don't have the skill to even edit a video that long, or even a hard drive space to keep that much data, but I feel that it does clash with a couple of my plans I've already got. So unfortunately I may not be doing the 24 hours, but I will be looking to do Warden Law's sprint race again. I will be doing some indoor racing, and I want to be trying to go to a couple of tracks I've never raced before in the rental cars, just to see what it's like, and maybe a cheeky Club 100 round if I can, because I believe they are coming to the north, which would be nice. But back to the race, as you can see, for 3 laps, or for 2 laps coming on to 3, is we've been pretty much close to the front 2. Now this actually goes on up until lap 16, which I actually try to make a move on the cart in front, and as soon as I do that is I just fall backwards. When I do skip ahead, you will notice they've got a big gap in front, and then I'm just playing catch up there afterwards. Now I don't tend to defend too much on these races because it is fun to just be in a battle with somebody, but if I finish where I am now, I am in for a trophy. How this event works for trophies as well is on points of the 2 races. So if first place comes first twice, they will get first place trophy. However, if first place came first and last, it might be somebody else beats them to the post for that. So in theory, if I've had a third in the race, if I get another third, I'll definitely be third. However, wherever I finish depends on how close the next person is on points, beat me to it. And being honest, when you're on the track, you can't calculate things like that, you just want to have fun. In this race as well, the new people that have just joined the members event tonight unfortunately didn't do the second race, but it was great to see them, and hopefully they'll come again, maybe a bit more practice so they can at least get some more action for the next time they come. Now as you can see, I've skipped to lap 16. Now the front people are away and I'm struggling to keep up, and also there is some karts very close behind me, so I am conscious that I don't want to make too many mistakes. And what is going through my mind right now is that if the kart behind me is faster, I can maybe use him to pull me further forward to the karts in front. So I want to make sure that if they were to overtake me, that it is in a good spot, so at least I don't lose too much time. So I do think about letting them through going into this hairpin here. However, they mustn't have got the memo of what I wanted to do, and it just screwed us up going down this hill, lose too much time there, and just going wide on that corner. There was no grip in that point. Now he's already gone, the cart's behind me getting even closer, and I just thought I've made a massive mistake. All credit to Josh as well. He did start in 9th place, which is where I maybe started in the race beforehand, so he has got up to 3rd. However, he has been rapid. I believe he was the fastest of this night, which he made sure that everybody was aware as well when he came back into the pits, but he did drive really well. Quick skip to the next lap to 18, where at least a little bit more action happens. Now the carts behind are extremely close, and I'm conscious that I don't want to lose too many positions, because if I stay where I am, I would imagine that I would still get the 3rd place trophy. But when I rewatch this, I can see I'm making plenty of mistakes. I'm turning in too early, I'm turning in too jagger, and the back end stepping out a little bit, sometimes even accelerating that little bit too early, and on these electric karts does make the back end go a little bit. So they are definitely going to catch us. It's just exactly where are they going to make that overtake. And as soon as I say that, I go too fast around the corner or not enough grip, meaning that there's enough space for someone to get us down the inside there. Again, not the best place for me. I'm on the outside of this corner, it is very slippy, but I managed to not do as bad that time, but the person behind also managed to follow through, so I am now down in 6th place. All the drivers at this event are very courteous to make sure that they don't actually run into the wall, where I have been some places where they definitely try it, but it is a great social aspect. So thank you very much for everybody if you do watch this video. It is appreciated that you've made us feel warm and welcome. And being honest, after 32 getters, that puts me into my finishing position, so I do finish in 6th. And then a little bit of a drum roll. It wasn't enough to get a trophy, but I don't mind at all. It was a good night overall, getting to see everybody again, getting some track time and just enjoying where you're at. Definitely learning and enjoying the indoor tracks, completely different to the outside ones. And ever since I heard the prize of the BIKC, I definitely want to try a little bit harder through next year to try and at least get to maybe regionals, and even better, it would be lovely to get in further. However, I am on the cusp of different weight categories, so I either need to put on a kilo so I get to the lowest of the next group up, or indeed get even lighter to be the lowest I can be in my current group. I think it is definitely going to be easier just eating an extra McDonald's one day to putting in that extra kilo. But that is another video done. I will leave you with crossing the finish line, and thank you very much. I will see you on the track next time.